For the longest time, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life, but then I discovered that art was a thing. So I'm going to share with you my journey, my horrible, horrible journey of becoming a full-time illustrator. It all started 2 years ago. We had a team of 3, the 3 Musketeers. We started the book, Petunia the Pig. It was going perfectly. We were unstoppable. We had a writer. We had a character artist. We had me, the illustrator. We lasted 3 weeks. We lasted 3 weeks, that's it. And we gave up and I never spoke with them again. Fast forward about a year, and I decided to give that a shot again on a children's book, but a new one. No strings attached to the other one. This one is called Ruffles the Rubber Duck, and it's going good. I'm gonna put my whole heart into it, and I did. So after working hard and reworking and learning for 5 months, 5 months of really hard work, I gave up. I gave up again. And so I decided to really change things with my career path a little bit after that. I then went into motion graphics, that kind of whole industry, spent 6 months doing that. And finally, I went on to the next step. I decided, okay, I'm gonna apply for jobs seriously. And I figured, okay, well on the side, I can make a Fiverr account. Fiverr, if you don't know, it's a disgusting, horrible place. Would never go to it, ever. Would not go through it again. Disgusting. Awful. I spent 8 hours making a profile, making it professional, looking up keywords, doing everything possible to make it more successful. I even made a video on it, and that's supposed to give me 40% more clicks on it, so woo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So I spent 8 hours doing that whole thing. I mean, I could make one more little gig thing as well, so I made one for illustration, and I didn't spend much time on it. It was 1 or 2 sentences. I said I made professional drawings, and I literally spelt the word professional wrong on it. And I went to bed that night. And I'm sure you can guess which one was more successful, the one I spent 8 hours on, or 3 minutes on. And you'd be right. When I woke up at night, I had 2 job offers for illustration. And to this day, around a month and a half later, I've gotten almost nothing on the other one for commercials and marketing, and I don't feel like I'm that bad on it too, so I don't know. But yeah, I accidentally started off my career there as an illustrator. Second client, I had one a long time ago, but this is technically, I'm gonna call this one my first illustration client, because that's kind of what I'm starting the career out with. So it started off pretty strong. He gave me what he wanted, so he wanted a little bunny, so I gave him a sketch, and I was like, I'm taking this seriously, so I gave a breakdown of all my decisions and everything that I wanted to do. And I put my heart into it, and rendered, and here's the result. And so instead of getting a good review, like I thought I would, I ended up dropping into the red, which was a 4.3, which, I mean, in all honesty, 4.3 isn't that bad, but I was literally doing this work for $1 an hour at most, probably, so yeah, that kind of ticked me off. So I offered him a refund, and I actually ended up not giving a refund because that wouldn't have done anything for me. So he sent me a picture of this, and I was like, okay, sure, that seems pretty simple. And then he says, my style is like this. And I was like, no, but okay. And so I finally delivered the work, which I'll show on screen. And he said that the face looked fake. I don't know what that means, and to this day I don't know what that means, but I delivered it. He never left me a review. It kind of all ended there. Next, I met my first big client, which was for the whole book, and this guy, he was amazing. It was great working for him. His name was Bill. So here's the cover for my first book, and the full cover if you're interested. I first started off doing character sketches, then moved into color, so I have the colors for the whole book.
Then I moved on to sketching out each of the pages, which I presented to him, and he loved it. It's so much easier to present to clients, like face-to-face over Zoom calls. And there were, of course, like a few little hiccups where you can't really hear and stuff, but those were resolved quickly. And here's the story. It was about Bucky the manatee. He has buck teeth, and he was made fun of by everyone, but in the end of the day, he was able to save everyone by cutting the net open with his buck teeth. So as you can see, it took a lot of tries to get it right, but I finally finished the book.
Mere House, which she's wonderful. I'm making 3 books for her right now. So she waited a whole month. I did a quick free art test for her on screen now. She loved it, and continuing forward. Then I figured out like, okay, well, I already have like 2 months of work, like good to go. So I don't really need to worry about it. So I decided to be a lot more pushy with like every single client that came by. People did not like my prices at all. I pushed
Mr. A very long name.
away,
And a little bit shorter name.
Leg, which wanted a whole book.
Mr. Bloop.
Didn't work out.
Mrs. Bloop.
Away as well.
Mr. Banana.
He wanted me to do the first page for free, so 10 hours of work for free. He's like, oh, yeah, no thanks.
Mr. Whoop Whoop.
I think we'd work out with the same style. Then we got
Mrs. Woo.
I quoted him prices, and he didn't respond after that.
Mrs. Woo.
Same kind of story, talked about pricing, didn't respond. This person asked about prices, quoted my prices. Nothing came out of that, but they at least said thank you.
Mr. Man.
Asked for prices, they don't like the prices.
Mr. Man.
He was actually nice though. I actually helped him out a little bit. Price, he couldn't do the price, but he actually responded. He asked me some questions on what I suggested to do. So I spent a few minutes like helping him out. Mr. Cloud over here. I didn't realize that there was a face on these clouds, but yeah, like those are the eyes right there. That's the face, and he wanted me to do a book for those. And so that didn't work out. We got Mr.
Nice person.
I spoke with him one night, and I thought things were going really well. I told him, oh, I'll speak to him tomorrow. And when I sent him a message the next day, he decided to block me, like instantly. So I didn't know what was going on, so I made another account, sent him a message. In that account, it still said my name and whatnot. So I sent him a message, and it was blocked instantly. And I was like, okay, shoot. And I assumed like, okay, there was one of 2 things. Like either he's blocked me, or like one of his purchases earlier didn't go through. And I assumed, like I don't judge people. He seemed pretty nice. Like, look at his profile picture. He seems like a pretty happy guy. So I made a fake account, asked him if he was willing to work, and surprise, surprise, he responded. So I knew he did intentionally block me. And so I don't know why he blocked me. Not at all. But I woke up to something pretty exciting the next day, which was, oop-de-doo, I got a strike against my account. I wonder who put a strike against my account. No idea who did that. I don't know who would have reported me. It's like, I don't know. But, yeah, thanks.
Nice person.
Oh, so also Devison, I wanted to do a book for her. Pretty fun to work with, pretty happy with the results, but couldn't quite afford to work with me at my rates that I was doing higher. But then was Jab 00, wonderful to work with, and actually this is like this kind of a sad story. Since I have like 5 books that I'm going to be making, I kind of realized at this point that, hey, I'm not growing as much as I should be. On the first book, I made around $250, and so $250 for a whole month, that's pretty bad. So right now I'm working on the second month of everything. I'll be making around $1,000, which is 4 times as much, but still $1,000 for a month's work really isn't that good. So I'm leaving Fiverr, and I'm giving away to clients, to like my friends group and whatnot. I'm going to be trying to introduce them to it, and we'll see how that goes. I'll give you an update on that. What's my next step? So my next step, I'm going to be opening up my own company after I finish these next 4 books. And that's kind of it. I'm gonna be starting my own book, which is Ruffles the Duck. Hopefully, try number 3 on making my own book, and I really think this one's gonna be successful. I'm gonna be opening up a company called Children's Books for Charity.
So if you're interested in that, please like and subscribe, and there's going to be more videos coming soon. Thank you for watching.